everybody, and welcome to the Heat Signature Daily Challenge for the 22nd of August. So this was recorded just before work on the 23rd for me, because that's something you can do when you're in Australia on the East Coast. This half of the year it swaps over at 10 in the morning, which is something I definitely took advantage of in my trip. I kind of wish I could do it at home. The ability to put off the daily until the next morning is quite handy, especially if you're out quite late after working all day. But yeah, we've got a self-charging long-range Sidewinder here, which is real nice for going fast. It's one of the rare instances where we're going fast, but we're using a quite different tool. So let's see what we can do to use that to go fast. Because normally, if I'm looking at absurd times, it's a combination of glitches tick, and it's a combination of that and slipstream. But with teleporters, you've got a slightly different story. So here, yep, same deal, teleport, grab key. So this is the first one where we're kind of dealing with something tricky. We could just teleport in and out, but then of course we have to go the long way around. So here I'm just trying to see what I can do to pull the key from the south end. So obviously I'm trying to dodge that first guard, and then the next. Why did I stop there? Yeah, that makes way more sense. There we go. And then the next step is to try and pull, grab this key and then jump over. And do you get the key? That's not the key, the item on the right there. I did definitely, but the question is it something useful? And is it worth the extra teleport? Quite automatic rifle? Probably not. So that definitely did not pay off. If we'd skipped that one, I think we would have been better off overall. Let's see what we do here. So yeah, we use the captain to accelerate, and since he's armored, we can literally use him to run all the way through this section, which means that we are pretty set. We just need to get down, and our Sidewinder just recharged. So that's it. Sidewind down, break window, escape. No worry. Bing, bang, boom. And there we are. In fact, here I decide to beat a man through the glass. I mean, he was dead anyway, so why not? So let's just pop through the ship, pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, and get back to base. It's a fairly straight shot to pick up that this guy this time. Oh yeah, I kind of forgot through this that I was dying, because like most times, dying just isn't relevant. I've seen one daily where the dying timer is relevant, and even there it wasn't that relevant. Okay, so that took 12 seconds, a 5-point penalty. Maybe if we'd skipped the item on that ship, we could have gotten less, because that was definitely a key delay. Alright, anyway, so that's a potential 0-second one. And now we'll go to the next ship. So we teleport in. I apologize for these terrible frame rates, but that's just the nature of recording on a laptop not intended for it with low power. So here, all of the guards have glitch dash. So what I should be doing is taking advantage of that, just shoot, lure, and everything. Our problem here is, of course, I've been seen by the key holder, which means that they won't teleport until after I've broken line of sight. Since they don't have a melee weapon, melee guards will teleport immediately, whereas ranged guards will only teleport when they lose line of sight. Okay, so here I'm gonna teleport and kind of pull a similar trick. So most of these guards are melee based, which means they're all gonna teleport, and it's, in fact, that's right, this is a random boss, which means the boss doesn't always have fixed equipment. So here we're just gonna throw stuff. We've made enough noise that the pod lead is looking our way, and yeah, we just throw a wrench at them and then run over to get the item. I said, and then run over to get the item. We've got a 5-charge Sidewinder from that. That's really nice. What do we get from here? Is it something that's worth the time cost? Because that's the real question, right? Because this is costing us 2 teleports. Okay, it's a subverter. That might save us the teleport on ship 3, but I don't think it was worth the 2 teleports. And especially, I shouldn't have used the long-range teleports. Because in this ship, I do decide, okay, it's worth it to cut my costs a little, to cut my time, and use the high-capacity Sidewinder here. But if I'd used it more sensibly, so for example here, I could have gone south, and then I could have gone right. Whereas here, for some reason, I chose to do it in such a way that I used 3 Sidewinders, which was not wise. A little bit too far. Why am I shooting here? In fact, that seems like the worst idea, because they are nowhere near where I want them to be to hit them. Maybe I was hoping that one of them would teleport to a point which I could use, or maybe I was just saving their lives. Let's be generous and assume I was just trying to save their lives. Okay, so now we duck down here. Unfortunately, that cost us 4 of the 5 short-range Sidewinder charges, which is going to make our next ship a bit slower. But on the other hand, this ship took us 9 seconds. So I think I could have done it more efficiently. I could have gotten a more efficient 9 seconds, which would probably have saved more time on the other 2 ships. But I didn't, so them's the breaks. And that's what we got here today. So now we're on to ship 3. Yeah, 9 seconds. I do love it when you manage to get a 0-second time, a 0 penalty time on a speed daily. That feels real good. I'm pretty sure that Tom expected that to be completely impossible, but it is not. Okay, so then we need to get up here. Next ship. Okay, so here we need to pop down, grab the key from down there, or we can skip it with this subverter. Question is it worth 2 teleporter charges as opposed to 1? We got 6 teleporter charges to get through the ship, 1 short. So where do we use the short, and when do we use the others? I'm not sure what the best path through the ship was. Alright, so here we can disable that so we don't get shot in the back. So then we can sidewind there. I mean, I don't think it was necessary to disable it if we were going to subvert, but whatever. Okay, so then I can teleport down here. Yep, short range, and biff you. So in retrospect, I think here what the best option would have been would be to turn around and biff the guard to my left and go south. Instead I went north, and that then leaves me with the tracker and other problems. So I teleport down here. I've now got only 2 teleports left. So obviously I can close distance with a good biff. Here we go, nice. I do need to get to the center to avoid getting shot by this ruddy sentry gun, so I guess that's kind of what I have to do. And then maybe I biff south. My problem is I don't want to get shot in the back, and I don't want to get bashed in the face. So both of these are definitely a concern, but I can now biff south and then move down, and hopefully before I get a swinger against me, I can teleport one more time. But I don't have the key, and this is why I think it would have been better to go south. If I'd gone south, I would have gone into this area and been right near the key, and then I wouldn't have used the teleport to get down here, or in fact 2 teleports to get down there, because I would have had a spare. Or in fact here I'm not using the teleport, instead I'm walking, because I figure it gives me enough time for this teleport to come back, and that works out reasonably well. So we come up, we teleport up. I said that also didn't help, by the way. Missing with the mouse there and thus reverting to normal time, definitely not what you want. We grab that, and now we need to teleport one last time. First we're going to check what the item is. If it's a visitor, it simplifies things greatly. It is not, it's a grenade. Definitely don't, I've never had the item be a grenade before, But if that went off, we would simply lose, so that would be real awkward. And now it's just a matter of, okay, I don't know what I'm doing that caused this. Why am I... Oh, right. No, my teleporter hadn't quite recharged. And now we teleport down into this room. We shoot out the window. We do a pickup. I probably could have spent some of this time maneuvering my ship to make the pickup faster. And that might have shaved a second or so off. And now it's just grab me from space and get out of here. So not a great final ship. I think there were definitely some things I could have done in retrospect to neaten it up. And I know this partly because while I did get a very respectable time, one that, you know, I'd be quite happy with normally, 34 seconds, I did not come first. Matt SN managed to get a 30-second score. So Matt SN was so close to a perfect speed daily. It is amazing how close they were, right? If they had one ship where they got just enough time that they did not get a 599 score, and that's really impressive. I really wish Matt SN, you know, made videos. All right, until next time.